This is music, and this is a bunch of cassettes from, you guessed it, Dying Victims Productions. Welcome to another haul/update video. In this video I'm going to share with you a bunch of cassettes and a couple of vinyl that I bought from Dying Victims Productions. Now, I wasn't planning on pulling the trigger on this haul just yet. I had everything in my basket in their web shop. I had sampled everything, checked out whether it's stuff I would like or not. And then I was planning to pull the trigger a bit later, but then suddenly they have a flash sale just over one weekend, 20% off. I decided to pull the trigger, save some money, which is important in this day and age. So let me show you what I picked up. Up first, just a couple of vinyl here. Corrosion of Conformity, Animosity, the reissue. This is... The cover artwork is a bit grainy. It looks better on camera, actually. A bit grainy, but I'm fine with that. This is probably going to be the only Corrosion of Conformity album I will pick up on vinyl. I might, if I see like, a cheap copy in a second-hand store on CD or something like that, I might grab some of their more, groove metal or grungy stuff that they did later. Living Death, World's Neurosis, also a reissue, so that is cool. Let's turn to the cassette tapes, starting with Attila, Echoes of Terror. As far as I understand, this is an old demo tape that has been reissued, and this is something that is happening to a lot of old demo tapes these days, that they're reissued on cassette tape, so you can experience the authentic feeling of listening to a cassette tape, a demo tape on cassette tape. I think that's pretty cool, because that's what I did back in the 90s. I would go to shows, buy demo tapes by local acts, and listen to it at home later on. So it's cool to be able to experience this again. Up next, Cauchemar, Rosa Mystica, French psychedelic doom metal without, I think, being stoner doom necessarily, if that makes any sense. Hostile Faith, Last Remnants of Life, an EP, 4 songs on it, same program, both sides, kind of a classic, I guess. Not the album, but a classic sort of way of doing an EP on cassette tape. Same program on both sides. Just move on. Nuclear Revenge, and this one is called Dawn of the Primitive Age. On this cool cassette shell here. Finally, a Dying Victims Productions release, Outlaw Marauders. They do a hell of a job on their cassette tapes. Dying Victims Productions, and also in their web shop they have a good assortment, of an impressive assortment of cassette tapes, from other labels and so on and so forth. So it's certainly, if you are a cassette tape enthusiast, Dying Victims Productions, certainly worth checking out. Up next, Anarquía y Destrucción, Ramera, speed thrash punk metal, I would say, as far as I remember. Pretty cool, kind of like comic book style cover artwork too. Up next, Speed Killer, Demo 1. This is one of those cool cassettes where you actually have part of the artwork printed on the outer cassette shell, so that is nice. Up next, we have this one here, Ripper, Speed and Violence, and came like this. Now, really, the J card right, is one of those J cards that have this kind of like solid back to it, but obviously, you know, the teeth here would destroy the J card, so, you know, we don't want that. So that's why it came like this. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just going to take the outer shell from this one, which doesn't have teeth. That's the this one here. No teeth in this one, and use it with this one here, and then take this one that has teeth and use it with this one. That solves that problem, for me at least. Up next, more Thrash, JT Ripper, Gatherings of the Insane, kind of death thrash maybe even. Some speed thrash metal stuff here off of the Massacre by Strike Master, and looks pretty cool. Up next, we have Pentacle, the Fifth Moon. Looks like this. Nice. Some death metal now, Putrid Evocation here. Pretty cool cover artwork, I would say. So that is also nice. Up next, Sarcophagus, Envoy of Death. As far as I remember, this is a very early Finnish heavy metal band, so they were some of the pioneers probably on the now legendary Finnish metal scene. So there you go. And up last, Acid Blade Power Dive. And this is out on another awesome label if you like cassette tapes, namely Jawbreaker Records. So definitely, if you are a cassette tape enthusiast, check out Dying Victims Productions and Jawbreaker Records. Now, let's turn to some of the stickers and flyers and all that stuff. So up first, here you have Diabolic Force, Underground Metal, Merch and Design. So I guess it's kind of like a merch store, Diabolic Force. Pretty cool. Especially if they have a lot of underground merch, so you can support, you know, the underground bands that, you know, might not have that many t-shirts and things like that out. Maybe that's a place to go. JT Ripper sticker, that is nice as well. Outlaw, a patch for if I ever decide to make a battle jacket or battle vest for all the battles I'm gonna go into. Anyways, Outlaw sticker as well, so that is nice. Then some flyers. Here is a Jawbreaker Records flyer. There you go, great stuff. What is on here? Neptune, the Neptune cassette tape box set. Ah, that's freaking awesome. I have that box set. So yeah, Jawbreaker Records, really. Cassette tape fans, check them out too. And of course, cassette tape fans, vinyl fans, Dying Victims Productions, obviously. And just another flyer. Yeah, so there you go. Some cassette tapes and a couple of vinyl from Dying Victims Productions. Thanks for watching.